Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Bearded Truth, episode 14. We got Ryan from Clever Beard Co. here. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Good, yeah. I've just been working on school stuff for most of the day. Also, multitasking and watching the election stuff come in.
Yeah,
As
it's a little bit of a crazy day here in the U.S. for
oh
sure.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, it's definitely interesting times. Look, especially like a presidential election is always crazy, like as it is, but especially with everything happening this year and COVID and the candidates, and it's just a whole wild ride for sure.
Yeah, and you're up in Canada, right?
I am. Yep.
Okay, so I'm sure you probably have a little bit of a different perspective, from us. And I think no matter who you're voting for, I think we're all just ready for the text messages and the commercials just to be over and
Yeah, for sure.
to just move on and get through it. So
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Looking forward to hearing about the results and just kind of moving past and just kind of like not have the election just like constantly like hammering at you.
yep, yep, absolutely. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Totally. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell the audience a little bit about what you do?
Sure. So my name's Ryan. I'm one of three founders of Clever Beard Co. I'm based out of Chicago, Illinois. My two other founders are based out of St. Louis.
Cool.
We officially launched on February 27th.
Nice.
So we've only been around for about 8 months. So
Mm-hmm.
and we're kind of newer to the beard community, but really excited to be a part of it. We've gotten a lot of good feedback. We've made a lot of really good friends along the way.
Cool.
So yeah, it's been great. Hmm.
That's awesome. What made you want to start Clever Beard Co?
Yeah, it's interesting. So I don't know if you know who Barbado Joe is. He's a beard reviewer,
I
but
think I've heard the name.
um, yeah. So he was actually my English teacher in high school, and
Oh, cool.
yeah. So I started following him last year. I think like last summer, and he was starting to review a lot of really cool companies and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. And I've always had a beard, and so as I was following him, I was like, this is really cool. This would be great as a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I always wanted to start a business, and I thought that this would be a good opportunity for me to kind of start a business with something that I've been a little bit passionate about, but
For sure.
started to learn a lot about it last year. So
Cool. That's awesome. Um,
mhm.
what what's the process like? What was the process like for kind of getting started and like how did you go about? Did you do a bunch of research beforehand and
Yeah, tons of research, man. And I think when you start a company like this, first thing you got to do is get your house in order. So you got to look
true?
at all the legal stuff, establishing your LLC,
Mm-hmm.
from a business perspective, getting all of that. But also along the way, I'd already been a consumer of a lot of these products.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these companies out there now, like Luxurious Bastard, Ruddy Man, Honeyawker, I have been
Mm-hmm.
buying for
Cool.
the past year or so. And so for
Mm-hmm.
me, just started kind of looking at the ingredients that I wanted, started looking at the products that worked best for my beard, and
Mm-hmm.
really built a product, beard oil first that was good
Of
for my
course.
beard. And then,
Yep.
after I got everything established from a business perspective, I was talking to my other two founders who at the time were involved in it, but
Mm-hmm.
about my idea for the company and all of that, and it just turned out that one of my founders created a lot of products for herself,
Oh, cool.
and so she had a good background and a good mind to build a lot of products, and so
Mm-hmm.
bringing those two on board kind of took me probably a year down the road further than I would have been
Cool.
at launch at the time. So
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. What were some of the early products that you guys released for Clever Beard Co?
So we released a couple of just kind of permanent oils early on.
Yeah.
So the
Cool.
Romantic, the Night Owl, America the Beautiful
Mm-hmm.
was one of the first products that I built. The Romantic was actually the first oil that I built, but
Cool.
America the Beautiful, and then we tied in Mission 22 to that because we knew from the beginning that we wanted to create a company that had a purpose.
Awesome.
And so we built that relationship with Mission 22, who I don't know if you're familiar with what they do, but
Not a whole
and
lot, but I was just on your website like just before this, kind of like looking a little bit
yeah, so in the
about it.
U.S., every day 22 veterans commit suicide, and so they are an organization that provides tools for friends, who are experiencing PTSD or brain trauma or things like that. And so
Hmm.
that was something that early on we knew we wanted to kind of be involved with, and they've been
Cool.
a great partner. So
That's amazing. Yeah, like I'm just looking at your sense here. Like America the Beautiful especially catches my eye. Like espresso, fireworks, and gunpowder. That's such a it's such a unique combination of scents.
over the top America, right? Like when you think of the U.S. and that's exactly, that was done with purpose. And
Yeah, I love that. That's
it's
amazing.
as you could probably imagine, it's very tough to create something that has scent profiles that are as crazy as that,
Yeah.
and blend them together and make it work. And so
Mm-hmm.
that was a lot of months leading up to launch, kind of perfecting that and getting that to a scent that we were comfortable with releasing,
Mm-hmm.
because we want to create things that we love before we release them out to the public. So.
Of course. Yeah, that's the way to do it. You can't you're gonna have much more success if you actually genuinely care about the product that you're releasing and not just kind of throwing something out to make a quick buck.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, I think you got to pour your heart and soul into it, and if you don't love it, the public's not going to love it. So,
Of course.
mhm.
Yep, 100%. What's your favorite product that you've released so far for Clever Beard Co?
Oh gosh, that's a tough one. I really like the Seafair. I really like our beard wash, and we've had a
Cool.
couple changes with our beard wash. We changed the base formula
Okay.
over the summer, but I really love that product as well. It's
Cool.
tough, man. It's a tough question. It's like asking you which one of your children are your favorite, right?
Totally.
So,
Yep. Of course.
but I think probably the Seafair is probably my favorite scent profile that we have.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking at them here and Seafair. Yeah. Saltwater mahogany driftwood. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like being out on the open sea, man. It's
Yeah.
really cool, and we kind of built that around music. Like a lot of times what we'll do is we'll hear a song, it kind of creates a vision in our head, and then we'll
Cool.
build a product around it. So
Totally. Natural, unscented. Nice.
yeah.
What is neck balm? I've never heard of that.
Great question, man. We get that question a lot. So, like most bearded guys, I'm sure that you probably shave here and you probably shave underneath as well. Maybe your neckline. A lot of guys in our community, myself as well, are bald. So you're shaving your head a lot of times too.
Yeah.
And so what that does is that kind of combats the irritation, the redness, the ingrown hairs that a lot of times you get here, you get on your neck and your head and things like that. And so for us, we didn't want to just be a company that created products for your beard. We wanted to create something for the entire shaving experience. And so that's kind of where that came from. Great question.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's I'm looking at the packaging here and I like the labels are cool. But I like the brown bottle. That's like I know there's a lot of companies that'll do kind of a different color, like a green or something like that. But
yeah. The amber bottle is kind of the classic, the standard within the bearded community. So
totally, yeah. I'm kind of in the process of just starting to just kind of mess around with making my own beard oil. Just kind of
awesome, man.
Just a fun thing. So I've got a few of the amber bottles behind me there.
Okay. Yep, I see them.
Yep. Amber, oud, and musk, and musician.
The musician, yeah. That's an interesting one, man, because we had one of the guys who follow us on Instagram. I told him about the process of the Seafair, how we heard a song, we created it into a product, and so he tossed out a song that he liked, and was like, "I have a challenge for you. Make a beard oil off of this." And we were like, "All right, let's do it."
Nice.
So we did it, and we just kind of called it the musician, and that's a good one. We like that one.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then the Sophisticate black currant hickory rum. Ooh. Coconut pineapple rum. Man, these all sound amazing. My goodness.
Thanks, man. We really appreciate that. We've put a lot of time and a lot of R&D into our scent creation. So
of course. What's if there's are there any product categories that you'd like to expand to in the future?
Yeah, I think for us, we want to kind of go with smaller, more impactful products.
For sure.
We don't. I think that our first year was kind of getting our feet under us, and so next year we don't want to, continue doing what the rest of the community is doing. We want to create products like the neck balm, where it's going to be tough to educate what it is, but we want to continue to kind of innovate and and go in the different direction that a lot of companies are going. So
Of course. Yeah. Looking at your fall line here, apple cinnamon clove, pumpkin spice. Ooh, nice.
yeah, we got the Bavarian too. So we put out
Yep.
3 fall scents this year that we were
Cool.
really excited about, and then the next couple of months we've got a lot of different products that we're excited about. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
sending you one, of course,
Oh yeah.
so that you can check out our
Yeah.
Black Friday drop. So
Yeah, I'm excited about that. And that'll be Black Friday is it's like the last week of November, something like that.
yeah, so Thanksgiving's the last Thursday in November.
Right.
Black Friday's the day after that. So I
Cool.
think it's like the 27th or something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
What's your what are some of like your favorite like ingredients that you've used in like other products before starting Clever Beard Co. that you wanted to incorporate into? I guess were there any ingredients that you used in in other companies' stuff that you wanted to somehow integrate into Clever Beard Co. like in your own way?
No, I think early on we identified what our favorite ingredients were, and we kind of cherry picked, so to speak, our favorite ones, and I think that's what every company does, and incorporated it into what we did, and we tried to be if you notice our beard bombs are green, so we put the hemp seed oil in there, and
Ooh,
so for
cool.
us, yeah,
Okay.
so for us there's never an ingredient that is left off the table. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
we pick our favorite ones, we put it in the product, and we stand behind it. So
Totally, that's awesome. I also saw recently that you dropped the gulag. How did you come up with that, and like what made you want to do like a Call of Duty like beard oil?
yeah, so we're huge nerds, man. So
Cool.
myself, one of the founders, Jeff, and we got like a group of 5 or 6 guys who kind of rotate in and out and play
Cool.
Call of Duty probably 2 or 3 nights a week. And
Nice.
we were camping, and we were having a couple of drinks, and we were like, we should create something for the upcoming Call of Duty release. And
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, let's do it. And so we just kind of came up with this idea, and kind of came up with this scent profile, which is kind of very different than
Yeah.
some of our normal scents. And we decided we're just going to drop it for a couple weeks in November, see how it does, and then
Cool.
take it away till next year when they release another one. So.
Totally. What Call of Duty games have you played?
I've played pretty much all of them, man.
Cool.
For me and for the rest of the guys I play with, though, Warzone is what we've really started
Yeah.
To get into, and I think the battle royale component of Call of Duty, and then your 6-on-6, casual players as well. Well,
Mhm.
not casual, but you know what I mean.
Mhm.
You're kind of 2 different sets of players, and so for us, we like linking up a bunch of guys and going out and just playing the battle royale component of it.
Totally. That's awesome. But yeah, bold notes of cedar, amber, and bergamot or bergamot. I've heard conflicting pronunciations of it.
Yeah, however you want to pronounce it's fine with us.
Totally. Patchouli, jasmine, oakwood, and sea salt.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Wow, that's cool. So then you're also with like looking at your Instagram, you've got like very like cool photos. What's the process like for Instagram content for Clever Beard Co?
That's a great question. So we've got our typical subscription to content sites where we
Mhm.
can kind of bring in photos. We also have worked with photographers as well to kind of
Cool.
help us with some of the process. And so
Mhm.
for us, we like to keep content interesting. We want to keep people interested in what we're posting on Instagram, because we know that's where a big component of the community is
For
on
sure.
Instagram. And so
Totally.
yeah, I mean, we're always searching for kind of new streams of
Mhm.
content, and I think one of the things that we've struggled with has been video.
Oh, fair. Yep.
Yeah, it's tough, man, especially
Totally.
from a maker's perspective. And there's guys who do it really well. Ruddy Man does it really well.
Mhm.
Luxurious Bastard does it really well. Black Rebel does it really well. But we're not there yet, and that's somewhere where we're trying to grow. Just because we've got 3 founders. None of us really want to be out there, in front of the product. We want the product to speak for itself, and so
Of
that's
course.
something that we've kind of struggled with internally. But
Mhm.
we try to keep it as interesting as possible.
Totally. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm looking at these some. Actually, I'll pull it up here so that people can check it out. Give it a second here. There we go. Yeah, so this is Clever Beard Co's Instagram for anybody watching. If you want to check them out, I'll have it linked down below.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. I saw this meme and I was like, "Yep."
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, here's my comment. But yeah, I feel like every year I start listening to Christmas music like a little earlier,
Yeah.
and it just gets progressively earlier like as I get older. So I feel like by the time I'm like 60, I'll just be listening to it all year.
Well, and I feel like too this year, people are at home and they need a little bit more of the holiday cheer. So,
Totally.
um, it wouldn't surprise me if you see everybody kind of going all out with the decorations and everything this year. So.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm working on a like I want to do like a top like Christmas like beard product video, and I'm already thinking about like because I do a lot of product photos, so I'm thinking about like ways to like integrate like as many like decorations and like Christmas things that I can.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do with that. I feel like
Yeah, 100%.
from lights to chestnuts and different
Totally.
things that you can incorporate in there. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah. So recently you were nominated for one of the Beardies as best new beard
It's
company.
insane, man. Yeah, it's insane. We couldn't believe it, and that was something that I remember last year as a consumer, voting for companies in the Beardies. Because last year was Tyson's first year putting it on. So this
Cool.
year to be in the top five of the best new beard companies is just insane and incredibly humbling. So
For sure. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
there's a lot of other good companies in there too, man.
hundred
Like
percent.
you look at that top five, like it's insane. Some of the other guys that we're in there with, it's kind of cool to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up right now because I haven't had a chance to like look at them like in depth.
Mm-hmm.
Go share screen. Center of the year. Fable, Bearded
Yeah.
Mac, Fine, Barden, Detroit, Best Design, Bearded Mac, Rebel, Fable, Renewed. Best new, yeah, Bearded Mac, Bearded Coast, Defined Beard Co, Clever Beards, Copper Johns. That's a really good list.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Every single one of those guys deserves to win it, and
Totally.
you look at some of the things that Bearded Mac's doing and Defined. I mean, Copper John, every single one of them, Bearded Coast. I consistently see them on my Instagram feed and other guys talking about them, and they all seem like really good people. So
Totally. Yeah, so I've actually done episodes of this podcast with Tyson from Copper Johns and with Scott from Bearded Coast.
yeah, I saw your one with Bearded Coast. I was watching that earlier today, actually.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good one for sure. Company beer, Black Rebel, innovative Copper John table. That's feel. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's really they did a really good job with this,
Totally.
and there's a lot of good companies, a lot of good products that are listed there. So
Mm-hmm.
it'll be interesting to see kind of how everything falls.
Yeah, totally. And that's been because like really I've kind of just been getting into like seriously into the bearded community like over the last few months as I've been like growing my beard like really like actually like putting effort into growing it out and like experimenting with products.
Yep.
But it's been crazy to see like how huge the community is and how many companies there are and like pretty much everybody's like supporting each other and like interacting and engaging and like even I did a like Instagram live recently and like a whole bunch of I had Tyson from Copper Johns on for a bit and then like during that a whole bunch of different people came through like companies just everybody saying hi like interacting in the chat like it's really cool to see.
Yeah, it's a very welcoming community. I feel like when we first came into it 8 months ago or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
we had a lot of guys kind of welcoming us and messaging us on Instagram, and it's kind of cool to some of the companies like Greater Mac, Copper John, and all those
Mm-hmm.
guys. Now they're starting to get to the point where we're all going to start welcoming new companies and new reviewers to the community, and so it's kind
Totally.
of it's kind of interesting to see the entire cycle where you start out as kind of a new guy and then you progress through the stages, and
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, man, it's a really good community to be a part of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And like it's fun to see like even in like some of like well even with the podcast like hearing other owners like watching the episodes with like other owners and like checking them out, and it's just cool to see that.
Yeah, well, and I think too, at the end of the day, a lot of the owners were consumers as well, right? Like we buy
Totally.
beard products, and
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lot of luxurious bastards products and
Cool.
Honeyhawkers and some of these other guys, and we all wear products as well, and so I think
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of cool that we all support each other that way.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Um, when was the last time you were totally clean shaven?
Oh man, I want to say I'm trying to think through my Facebook photos. I want to say probably 2012.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's been a while, completely clean shaven, and I don't even know. Every once in a while I'll trim it down really short, but
Yeah,
every
fair.
once a decade I just kind of go completely clean shaven, and then I eventually end up growing it back. So
Yeah, totally.
yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I went last time I was clean shaven was last year because I was doing Movember, and
Okay. Okay.
just growing the mustache, but clean shaven and the mustache is just not a good look for me.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm kind of the same way, and especially, you know, you live in a cold weather climate like I
Yeah,
do, and in the winter time, it just doesn't like you have to have something there. I feel like,
yeah, 100%.
so
And even like here, we just got snow for the first time on Sunday night.
yeah, it's
And
about
like
that time.
yeah, and like walking home from work, I was so glad that like my beard's gotten so long, and
Hmm.
because like
Yeah,
like the bottom half of my face was totally fine, and like I was like, I like this. This
yeah,
is good.
exactly. That's the way to go.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like the other side, like having to like if I like staying clean shaven all the time, like so much work. Shaving is so not fun. Like buying beard products and like interacting with like the bearded community is a lot more fun than just like shaving all the time.
Agreed, man. It's each side of it's a process, but
Totally.
I feel like when you're clean shaven, you have to either be clean shaven or if you let the stubble grow in for 4 or 5 days, then you get into that itchy and awkward period. So
Yeah,
you kind of have to pick which side you want to be on with it.
totally. Yeah, 100%. Definitely. Yeah. Do you have a specific like beard length goal that you're trying to work towards, or that you would like to get to at some point?
No, man. I mean, I had it down to here earlier in the
Nice.
pandemic.
Yeah,
So, for me, I changed my mind about my beard,
for sure.
probably every other week of where I want to be with it. But, for me, I work full time as well.
Yeah,
So, I kind of have to have it I can have it a little bit longer like I have now, but I still
for
have
sure.
to make sure that I maintain it.
Yeah,
And it looks good. So, yeah.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm also just kind of letting it go, seeing what happens. But I don't know if I'd ever, at least not anytime soon, like try to go for like the super like super long like
Yeah,
crazy
some of the
beards. Like
guys have like really like just manly looking beards, man, and
yeah,
it's cool to see. Yeah.
totally. There's a YouTuber that I watch named Jeremy Sires.
Okay.
And his beard is like I'll pull up the picture. It's pretty epic. There we go. Just trying to find a picture of it. Let's go. Just go Google. Oh yeah, here we go. Like this would be a goal, but I don't know if like actually in reality
Oh yeah, look at that.
I'd be able to get to that.
Yeah, that's impressive, man. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think I don't think I'd be able to pull it off either.
yeah,
But kudos to him because that's a good looking beard.
yeah, yeah, and like he has a couple videos on like how he like grooms it and takes care of it.
Yeah,
Like
a lot of work, I'm sure.
oh yeah, between like blow drying it, like he probably because I think he also makes some of his own oil.
Okay. Okay.
But you I feel like at that point you would kind of have to, otherwise you'd be spending so much money on like other companies. Like,
Agreed. Yeah. Agreed.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. But maybe when I'm like old, I'm like 60 or something like that, and
There
just
you
grow
go.
it out.
Yeah, you might as well, right?
Totally. But yeah, he's like that. That's definitely and definitely a beard inspiration for me. And then also
Your
like
beer
the
inspiration.
yeah, yep,
Yeah, I like it.
yeah. And I don't know if you know Greg Brzezinski from Beard Brand.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, he's got a great beard too, for sure.
Yeah, there's just so many good ones out there,
Yeah,
man.
totally.
So many good ones.
Yeah, and like,
You got Dancy and
oh yeah,
Luxurious, and yeah,
yep,
there's so many good ones out there.
yeah, yeah. I feel like I could get like I would try to go for like a Dan C length beard because it's a little shorter than Jeremy's, but still like nice and long.
Yep.
But I think that's about the extent.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Let's see what else am I doing? So which do you use more often, beard balm or beard butter?
I would, I'd say probably beard butter, to be
Okay.
honest. I feel like for me, I don't like to have heavy, kind of waxes and things like that in my beard.
Mm-hmm.
Just very weird about that. But
Yeah, fair.
that's why I like ours is because ours is kind of a medium hold.
Cool.
But I would definitely say I think I like butter better.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Same here for sure. Like I started out just going balm, but as my beard's gotten longer, I've just kind of been doing butter. Um,
Hmm.
just easier, like less aggressive hold. Like,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And when you get to kind of a certain length, I feel like you just need that, in your beard to help it make it feel better
yeah,
and
totally.
help shape it just a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. What is your typical like morning slash nighttime beard grooming routine look like on like a
Oh
normal
man.
day?
Yeah. So I would just say that, I wash it and do the normal stuff with the washing, and then I'll pick whatever oil I want to do. And then I've got my comb and my brush that I'll use.
Mhm.
I was at a point where I would blow dry it, but right now, I'm not at that point right now.
Yeah,
And
fair.
usually just throw a little bit of butter in there as well, and just
Mm-hmm.
kind of comb it and then I'd say once every probably 2 days I'll just kind of shape it up around here and
Yeah,
underneath.
totally.
For me, I'm all about kind of the convenience,
Of course.
getting in and getting out with it, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. What
Totally.
about you? What's your routine?
So morning I'll shower. Like every couple days I'll do a wash and a conditioner.
Hmm.
But most of the time I'll just do a conditioner, or like a lighter wash. And then get out, blow dry it, or like comb it out, blow dry it, comb it again, put in some oil, like comb the oil in, and then like give it a quick brush, and then sometimes do beard butter, beard balm, but like as of late, I've just been mostly just going just oil, like after washing it.
Yeah, I feel like with the pandemic and everybody staying home, everybody's kind of shifted their process a little bit,
Totally.
and just trying to get to something that's more kind of convenient and
Yeah, for sure.
um, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, totally. Like this morning, I woke up a little later than I was expecting, and then like
Mhm.
remembered that I had a because I'm in college for business marketing right now.
Good for you, man. That's all.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
So I'm it's in Kitchener,
Okay,
Ontario.
okay, okay.
Yeah. And I'm three semesters in, and I realized this morning like I jumped out of bed because I realized I had a class at 10 and not 11, so didn't have a chance to like do any
I've
proper
been
like.
there.
Yeah, so I just threw in some oil, gave it a quick brush, and sat down for my class.
Yeah, yeah. I've definitely been there, man.
Yeah.
That's great though. Good for you.
Hmm. Totally. Um, how did you come up with the packaging for Clever Beard Co?
Yeah, we do everything. internally. So
Cool.
for me, it was a lot of trial and error when it comes to
Okay.
kind of the label, because that's kind of the toughest part is the labeling, and how it looks on the screen is not always how it prints out.
Yeah,
And so
totally.
just kind of learning, the system that we use, just kind of tweaking it a little bit. But as far as the amber bottle and all that, we try to keep that as simple as possible, and then really
Hmm.
put all of the labor and the hard work into the labels. And that's why you're starting to see, especially recently, with a lot of our newer oils, we're tweaking the logo
Cool.
variants a little bit.
Okay.
So I feel like, if you look at Barbado Joe's Instagram today and look at one of the things that he posted about, he's got our old America the Beautiful logo. And if you look at that compared to where it's at now, you can kind of clearly see the progress that we've made over the last 7 or 8 months, with our ability at all of that. And
Okay,
so
cool.
I think you're starting to kind of see us get better and better and better at that stuff as the months go on.
Cool. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just looking at his photo of
Yeah.
the. Oh yeah, cool.
So if you look at that, I mean, that was that. I mean, when we first started out, and in my eyes, like I hate that logo now compared to the logo that we currently have with America the Beautiful, where you've got the
Yeah.
fireworks in the background, and so it's a steep learning curve, but
Oh, for sure.
yeah, no.
Yeah. Um, how long did you like test products before releasing them initially?
I'd say each one is different. With our beard oils, we were probably testing it out a solid 7 or 8 months before we launched.
Okay.
Just getting it down to where we want to do it, and then we kind of work by quarter, so we're
Yeah.
already starting to think about the first quarter and the products that we want to put out there, and we're
Cool.
already starting to test out some things for the winter,
Hmm.
when it comes to the scent profiles. And
For
so
sure.
with our holiday, we've got our Thanksgiving sampler pack that launches this Friday, and
Cool.
our Black Friday one. We were working on that over the summertime, in July.
Yeah.
So I think you've always got to stay a quarter or two ahead on that. And then,
For sure.
as far as our balms and our butters and all that, it's kind of the same thing. I think we're about 6 months into it, and, just kind
Cool.
of getting it to where we wanted it to be. So testing each ingredient, and then testing, different qualities of the same ingredient, trying to
Yeah.
get the best quality that we can. So it's a long process, man, but it's
Totally.
worth it. I think it's if it's something that you want to use yourself and you want to put out there and you're proud of, the process is worth it. So you can
Yeah, of
take
course. Yeah, you got to do it right.
it.
Um, where do where are your products made now? Are you making them like in house, or do you have like a facility for them?
It's all in house, either
Cool.
here or in St. Louis, and
Sweet.
we're still a smaller company, so
Hmm.
we're able to hand make everything, and keep up with all the orders, and yeah, so.
Hmm. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Like as of recently, I've been like actively trying to like, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I started doing this podcast, is just like giving more of like the small batch breed companies, or like the newer companies, like some more exposure and just some more eyes on their product. I'll definitely I have a whole list of companies that I want, because I've also been kind of dabbling in reviews recently. So I
Awesome.
want to try and, yeah, I've got a whole list that I'm working through.
That's great, man. That's great.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we're at about 35 or 40 minutes total at this point. So we can wrap up here. Yeah, it was really cool to talk to you. Great to hear a little bit about Clever Beard Co. and kind of like your beard journey and all that kind of stuff. And I'm definitely excited to check out your Thanksgiving stuff.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, and thanks so much for taking the time, out of your day to talk with me, and about Clever Beard. And I've got so our Black Friday release, which is actually going to be a Christmas scent.
Nice.
Be getting out this week too. So hopefully you like it. I'm excited to kind of get
Oh yeah.
your thoughts and feedback on it. I know it's going to be your first experience with Clever Beard.
Yep.
Hopefully you really appreciate it.
For sure. Yeah, I'm excited. Like, I've always I have at this point. I think I have probably closing in on like 20 like full size beard oils at this point, and then like a bunch of different balms and butters. So it's always it's always a fun experience to test out different products, and like especially from smaller companies, like how I've done it recently. Like I'll do a bunch of product photos for Instagram, and then like a quick unboxing for Instagram, and then like a full review. So it's just trying to do my best to like put out some content that like I enjoy, and like putting some more eyes on other companies. Yeah,
It's a fun hobby.
of course.
I really like it, both from the company side because it's truly a process from start to finish. But
Totally.
as a consumer too, because a lot of guys are doing a lot of really interesting things, and so it's fun to watch. Not only us, but some of the other guys out there grow.
Yeah.
And then different size companies grow to even bigger. So
Totally.
For me, from a business perspective, I love watching all of them together.
100%. Yeah, that's the way to do it for sure. Sweet. So yeah, everybody, I'll have Clever Beard Co. their website and their Instagram link down below. Check them out, show them some love. Yeah, thanks again for coming on.
Thanks, Jordan.
Cool. Cheers.